Yo, what's up, guys? In today's video, I got a bunch of Chicago Bulls news and updates. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a bunch of Bulls players working out and scrimmaging together in LA. I'm going to be talking about that, and I have some footage and highlights from that as well. Also, talking about some mid-season trade talk that Casey Johnson was talking about on the Bulls Talk podcast, and 2 trade targets that the Bulls missed out on. But either way, before I jump into today's video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Also, leave a quick like below today's video. It only takes a second and helps me out a lot. And some comments and questions below today's video talking about all the topics and updates I'm about to jump into. Also, speaking of some news, definitely check out my last video if you guys missed it. I'm not sure what happened. I don't think notifications went out, but either way, definitely check out my last video if you guys missed it. I was talking about pretty much just the whole Chicago Bulls and Coby White trade rumors that have been going on for months and honestly years now. But either way, let's just jump right into today's video because I feel like the topic has been everywhere. I've seen it all over Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. I've even seen some highlights that I'm going to make sure to throw up. You know, Casey Johnson did put out a tweet August 1st, just a few days ago, and he did say this is the week several Chicago Bulls plan to be in LA for group workouts. It's already the off season for Zach LaVine, Demar. You know, they're obviously both from LA. They both have been in the gym this whole off season. You know, Casey Johnson did say Caruso, Patrick Williams, Coby White, and Ayo all did plan to join. I'll make sure to throw up that video in a second. Obviously, in the video, which I did find a little odd, I couldn't see Zach LaVine unless I'm just blind, and I think it's obvious that Lonzo also wasn't there. You know, he's trying to get right for the start of the season. There has been little updates here and there I've talked about in past videos. He's coming along slowly, but nothing like, I'd say, no huge updates or anything like breakthrough. But according to Daniel Greenberg, you know, he did continue after Casey Johnson put out that tweet that obviously the Bulls players are in LA running 5v5s, working out and scrimmaging. And Daniel Greenberg did say Billy Donovan is there with him, and that's super cool. I mean, pretty much the whole team's there with Billy Donovan. The chemistry, you know, is growing, getting better, and this is huge for the Bulls, especially the young players, because I've talked about this in a lot of videos, and especially my past video. This Chicago Bulls team is pretty much planning to run it back. I think that's obvious. The front office has said that and stated that for months now. But honestly, for this team to truly take that next step, I obviously know what I'm going to get from Zach, Demar, and Vuce. Hopefully Vuce does have a better year, but at the end of the day, he is getting up there in age. Hopefully his shooting percentages do just go up. I am expecting a bounce back year from Vuce, but at the end of the day, if this Bulls team wants to take that next step to be a true contender, I feel like the only way that this Bulls team can really become a true contender is maybe another trade. I feel like they are missing maybe one more star, maybe one more really good role player, and I believe this Bulls team full of young guys need to take that next step, especially surrounding Patrick Williams. Obviously, Lonzo's super important to this team and still very young, but at the end of the day, Patrick Williams needs to take that next step. Same with Coby White. I believe Coby White can be a deadly sixth man. I talked about that all in my last video. Definitely check out that video. If he could just ever be a little bit more consistent and improve on the defensive side of the basketball, he could be the Bulls sixth man and a really good sixth man for a very long time, in my opinion. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about all the highlights of all the Bulls and Billy Donovan in LA working out, running 5-on-5s. And the next topic in today's video is about a possible mid-season trade, what that could look like and what that could mean for the Chicago Bulls. You know, Bulls Talk on Twitter did put out a new Bulls Talk podcast about a week ago, and they were talking about the things that need to happen for the Bulls to hit their ceiling and pretty much just be a true contender. I feel like that's the main topic of this offseason. Obviously, everyone knew they were going to run it back. It's just about taking that next step. And during this podcast, Bulls insiders were talking about Patrick Williams becoming a most improved player and taking that next step. Obviously, the importance and the health of Lonzo Ball and Alex Caruso. And they also talked about what a mid-season trade could mean. Obviously, I know a lot of Bulls fans, including myself, were not happy that the Chicago Bulls did not use all of their mid-level exception, even though I'd say there wasn't any true talents over there, like one big free agent, to really push us over the edge to be a true contender. I still wanted this Bulls team to go over the tax to, I'd say, add more talent to this team because nonetheless, I do like the Dragic and Drummond pickups. They're both upgrades, but they're just not the rim protection and the three-point shooting that this Bulls front office really harped on for months, and they came out to the media saying that they plan to upgrade in those areas this offseason. I do like the pickups, but they're just not nothing crazy, especially if this Bulls team cannot get healthy surrounding Lonzo Ball and stay healthy. So let's just say everything goes correctly. You know, Lonzo's healthy healthy for this whole year, he takes that next step. Same with Patrick Williams. Hopefully the Bulls don't need to make a midseason trade. I mean, just in my last video, I was talking about how the Bulls are already reportedly planning to shop and trade Coby White at this upcoming trade deadline. And it's crazy because the NBA season hasn't even started, and there's already reports about how the Bulls are expected to be active at the trade deadline, possibly make a midseason trade or something like that. I don't know. The only way I see the Bulls making a midseason trade is, say this Bulls team completely falls off the rails, injuries happens. I could see them blowing it up. I mean, Vooch is on a 1-year deal, same as Coby. He's been shopped for honestly years now. Or maybe this team is very healthy. You know, they're the maybe top 3-4 seed in the East, and they want to take that next step. Maybe trade Coby White and a draft pick, maybe Patrick Williams for a win now move. I'm not sure. I'll definitely keep you guys updated on all the talk and rumors about a mid-season trade, but let me know your thoughts and opinions below today's video. What needs to happen for the Chicago Bulls to take that next step? And the final topic in today's video came out from Heavy.com, and they were talking about how the Bulls had interest into potential trade targets in this past offseason. I truly do expect the Chicago Bulls offseason to be over with. They plan to run it back. I've said that this whole video. I apologize, but it seems like they're just running it back, trying to get healthy, adding Dragic and Drummond, which I'm fine with, but at the end of the day, if this fails, I expect a busy offseason or trade deadline. I mean, Sean Devy of Heavy.com did say, and he was talking about how this Bulls team and Bulls front office was really looking for some defensive help in this past offseason, and he was talking about how the Bulls were interested and linked to both Holmes of the Kings and Matisse Thybulle of the 76ers. You know, I have made videos about both these guys, but it is good to see that the Bulls were linked and interested in them. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's obvious that the Bulls were interested, but both these teams didn't probably want Coby White and maybe a second rounder or maybe the 18th overall draft pick. I mean, I honestly feel bad for Coby. I talked about his whole situation with the Bulls since he's been drafted to the Bulls. Definitely check out my last video. Coby's been thrown in every role, every position, and every trade rumor, honestly, since he's been drafted. But Bleacher Report did name Holmes and Matisse Thybulle weeks ago that the Bulls should target them. I mean, the offseason's not technically over, so a trade could still happen, but I just highly doubt it. It seems like this front office is really banking and betting on this team to just stay together, stay healthy, and take that next step. And I truly hope so, because I do like this team. I like it on paper, even in the limited games that, you know, they were healthy and they did play. I really liked what I did see from this team. Lonzo just needs to get healthy. He's the X factor, and Patrick Williams. I'm expecting a fun year from this Bulls team. I just hope they can get healthy and stay healthy, because the start of last year was super fun. Then obviously COVID and injuries happened. Leave some comments below today's video talking about all the topics I just covered and broke down. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Have a good one.